Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose's back in the building. Welcome back to the channel. All right, next matchup on the NXT Vengeance Day 2023 card was Carmelo Hayes. Him. He's him, as he likes to say. Versus Apollo Crews. In a 2 out of 3 falls match. This is the rubber match. It's the final match between these two. Both men each got a pinfall victory over the other. Now it's to see who's the better man. Okay. Now, remember when I said at during the Wesley Dijak match that I want to call it the match of the night, but I wasn't sure because another match probably could be the match of the night? It's this one right here. This possibly could be match of the night because this match was real good. This match was good. You know, a couple interferences bound to happen, but regardless, I thought this was a pretty good match. To the point where we got a couple surprises in this match as well. So let's hop into it. So if you remember the match Apollo had with Braun for the NXT title at NXT Deadline, I remember saying in that match and looking at the match, it was almost like a match of, well, who can do better than the other, you know? I think Apollo was trying to show Braun that, hey, what you can do, I can not only do, but I can do it better, right? In a way, this kind of was the same thing, just a tad bit different. Maybe, yeah, just a little tad bit different. But it felt like Apollo was trying to show Carmelo and one-up him as well. But to be honest, this match was pretty slow paced. But it's a 2 out of 3 fall, so that's actually what you expect the match to be. Very slow pace, not really going fast pace or whatever the case is, because you know you need to conserve your energy because it might be a long night. It was a long night for Apollo Crews. It was a very long night for Apollo Crews. So much that the first fall went to Carmelo Hayes. But it wasn't a pinfall. It was a submission, which is interesting. I forget the submission that Carmelo had Apollo in, but I know it was damaging his shoulder. So as Melo had it in, maybe like 10 seconds into it, Apollo taps. I was like, ooh. Okay, I wasn't expecting the tap. So now I'm intrigued. I'm like, okay, this is coming out wire. It's gonna be 2-1. Like, but he tapped very quickly, and the commentators was like, well, Vic Joseph was like, did Apollo tap out so he can conserve his energy? Did he tap out quickly so he can conserve his energy? I was thinking the same thing too. Like, okay, maybe he just did it to conserve his energy, then just catch Carmelo slipping, and then boom, he got the next fall, and boom, started one apiece. That's what I thought it would be, because that's kind of how this match was trending down to. It was gonna be 2-1 somebody, you know. So further into the match, Trick Williams takes off the turnbuckle pad, top rope turnbuckle pad off, and he's telling Melo, he's like, Melo, I took it off, do your thing. And Melo was like, I got you. So then Apollo Crews Irish whips Carmelo into the exposed turnbuckle, and boom, Melo feels it. So that was just a turn. That was just something that just went awry. You know what I'm saying? So then now Trick Williams was showing his ass. You know what I'm saying? Meaning he was being a distraction. This is pretty much what I'm really trying to say. But as Trick was on the ring apron, a big ass figure, like a big ass dude, just came from, you know, came from the crowd, and then he just stopped Trick Williams in his tracks. And who was that man? That was none other than Dabba-Kato, also known as, and I've missed saying this, also known as Commander Aziz. Dabba-Kato was back. If you remember, Dabba-Kato was actually released from WWE. Was that during 2021? I believe that was during the 2021 sweep, where it was either during the sweep with Karrion Kross and Keith Lee in it, or was the sweep with John Morrison, Hit Row, and Tegan Knox in it. I don't remember off the top of the head, but I do know he was released from WWE. They brought him back, and when Cruz saw him, he dapped him up one. The problem was he had his back to his opponent, and as he turned around, Melo hit him with a springboard forearm, and then he hit the nothing but net leg drop. The nothing but net leg drop, and he swept Apollo 2-0. I was surprised. I was like, oh. I knew Melo would win. I did pick Melo to win. But I wasn't sure if... I didn't know Cruz was going to get swept, so I was surprised. And then now Melo leaving the ring. Trick's talking his ish. Dabba-Kato gets in the ring. Picks up Cruz. Hugs him. He's like, I miss you, man. That type of hug. And as he's hugging Cruz, Dabba-Kato's face changes from happiness to now he's angry. And then just decides to headbutt Cruz, get a chair, or get the chair that was already placed in there, and then hit Apollo with a two-hand choke slam onto the chair. And then we just moved on from there. So we already know what Apollo's next thing is. He's going against Dabba-Kato. Most likely Dabba-Kato may come out on top in that one, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, Melo wins. And we're going to talk about Carmelo later, but Melo gets it done. All right, next match. Let's get it.